And we're live.
Banana logs.
Okay. Let's see. I'll ignore the ready check then and just assume everybody's checked off that they're here. Let's see. When last we left off, you guys were traveling still on the road towards Waterdeep, approaching your first large landmark outside the north of the Troll Hills, that being Dragonspear Castle. As you've gotten closer, the two wagons in front of you, casual heroes, they have gotten very excited about going. They have polished up weapons. So a couple of them have bought extra kegs of ale. They keep going to the different wagons that have stuff, and they're buying equipment and things like that as they can. Like they're getting ready to go on in there. They're very excited about it. Everybody, go ahead and give me perception checks as you're traveling towards the castle, though.
We perceive the sky.
Okay. To you guys, the road looks just as desolate and looks like the road as you've traveled on it. You notice maybe more and more garbage on the side of the road, just random stuff, broken wagon wheels and stuff along the road as you continue along. There is smoke coming from Dragonspear Castle, as though some kind of campfires or fireplaces or something is lit there. Doesn't look like the type of smoke that says that the castle itself is on fire. You can tell from the distance that this castle has been attacked multiple times, and you can see parts of the wall that have been rebuilt and torn back down only to be rebuilt again. Lots of rubble on the hillside of broken wall pieces, wall sections that litter the hillside on one portion of the castle that you're on the southern side here that you're coming towards. And then there's a winding path that travels up to it. Let's see. It is here also. Right, directly to the west of Dragonspear, on the left-hand side here, there's a forest called the Trollbark Forest. 9, this is was the forest that you'd gone into when you had first got in Lost, I believe. You know that on the other side of that forest is the coastline and the island that you grew up in, and the monastery that's housed on that, to the Raven Queen. Or actually, it used to be a monastery to Kellum that the followers of the Raven Queen now use. Members of the casual heroes, they go ahead, they agree to take any messages that you might want over there to you, to the Raven Queen. Trodius, if you have anything you wanted to say to the Raven Queen, they'll carry a message for you as well. This offer is coming from Mateus, the warlock in the other group, who also is a follower of the Raven Queen. Trodius and 9, I need you both to make perception checks, please. And actually, you can make these with advantage. So go ahead and roll twice. So go ahead and roll twice if you didn't click the button.
Woohoo!
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah. All right. You both notice that the Mateus he has a spirit guardian that you've caught sight of as the sun sets in shadows and stuff. He has a spirit that follows him around, right? Who is nodded to both of you as though it sees you when you see it. Right? You do know that this is a spirit guardian that the Raven Queen gives to some of her warlocks and her paladins, right? When they are in service to her, doing a quest specifically for the goddess herself, not just for the church. And the road, as you come up to Dragon Spear, you're noticing more and more footprints and hoof prints along the road, as though something, a large portion of people, like another wagon train, has come through here possibly before, or a large contingent of riders have come through here along the road.
Or a cultist army.
Or a cultist army, yeah. Right. Possibly armies come through here. A small army has come. Coming over the tree line from the Trollbark Forest, you see a small, looks like, do I have a picture? Just a moment. No. Okay. You see what looks to be a large seashell with a small, like not small, but a large, like a rowboat in front of it, attached to it, floating through the air. Let me see.
Is that something I would have seen on the coast growing up?
No, it's a it's a pretty new item. You haven't seen a ship like this before. Okay, I popped a picture of it over in the D&D chat area. It does not have.
What in the?
It does not have the pirate flag on top of it. Okay.
It's a Sky Nautilus.
All right.
That doesn't look right. Something's very bad.
All right. Well, as it draws closer, the casual heroes get more excited. It looks like you guys will be continuing on your way before that ship even gets close to a Dragon Spear Castle. It's still over Trollbark Forest when you first make contact with it, when you first lay eyes on it. Okay.
Have either of the elves seen it before?
The elderly elf. Well, that elf hasn't. Dalamore's never seen it. And yeah, she the female elf, she identifies it as a nautiloid. It's a ship of the line. Though this one appears smaller than. Nobody is here for Sword Coast resource from. 9.
You're cutting out there.
Sorry, 9. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Let's see whether or not you left before or after the event. Okay.
I've been gone a while.
Yeah, this happened while you were gone. Okay. So no, she identifies it as something called a nautiloid. She's seen them before, not in a long time though. And well, you get to the trail where it leads up to the pathway that leads up the hillside to Dragon Spear Castle. The casual heroes jump out and they start walking up the road. Right, as the wagon train continues on its way.
I yelled to them, "Have fun, don't die!"
You too! Have fun! Really hope you go ahead and catch all those dragon people.
I nervously chuckle and look around.
Of course.
Do we need to roll initiative?
No.
I'm pretty sure all of the wagon knows that we're up to something involving those dragon people. That large announcement really didn't change anything.
Okay.
Uthel's just in the carriage poking who's the person who's supposed to be dead.
I'm in the carriage firmly gripping my hacky stick.
Okay.
Enraged. But knowing I can't start a fight with Uthel because that'd make noise.
Okay. Yes?
I was gonna say to Nudrik, you're gonna have to give the stick up at some point. It's about to blow the cover.
Blow what cover?
You're supposed to be dead, and we promised once you were dead that someone was gonna get the stick.
That sounds like a y'all problem.
Then, if you keep gripping it like that, you're going to go blind.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And everybody's staying in the wagon. You guys continue on the way. They break off to go to Dragonspear Castle. 26, 5. After about 5 days worth of travel, you've made it about halfway from Dragonspear Castle, halfway through the Trollbark Forest. When on that morning, let's see. Strike, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
That ain't good.
Oh, okay. You find yourself standing in the middle of city gates. There are people clamoring to try to get through the city gates. You're standing there stopping them from entering. Right? And behind the people that are trying to get in is an army of hobgoblins just ravaging these innocent people from behind. But you seem to be steadfast. You and these other guards at the gate are steadfast, and you're not allowing them into the city. All right. They're throwing rocks and bottles and anything else trying to bum rush you guys in there so they can get in and away from the goblin army that's attacking them behind. When your morning prayers are over. At the end of your morning prayers, go ahead. Strike.
I was very brave of you to close out all those innocent people.
All right.
They're getting ravaged by hobgoblins.
That's when you need to call him Beard Cutter.
That's right.
You come out of your prayers, all right, with 8 points of psychic damage. All right,
Lovely.
and you're pretty sure the pain that you're feeling corresponds to where you got hit with a couple of things that they were throwing. As though this vision was more real than some of the others.
Okay, and I will relay my vision to the rest of the group.
You're just an asshole.
What'd you do?
What? It wasn't me.
Wasn't
You
you?
recognize the city?
I don't know. Would I recognize the city?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, the city of Daggerford. The city you guys are headed to, that you should be reaching in about. Let's see, that's 30. In about 10 to 12 days, you guys should be reaching Dagger.
Is there anything I can do to ease some of your pain?
I thank you, but I can take care of it.
I climb into my bunk and play on my Kindle.
So, do you think your God gave us this vision so that we know what's coming? Do you think that's what has come or will be coming, or is happening right now?
If it's anything like my previous vision, it's a premonition of what's to come, or it's happening right now. I had a vision of the dragon attack at Greenus before it happened. So we should be on our guard.
Who is your deity, Strike? Dalamar's asking you.
Who's Dalamar?
Not Dalamar. Yeah, not Dalamar. Darendelle.
Oh, my homeboy.
Yeah, Darendelle's like, who is your deity, Strike Cold?
That is Lathander.
I say from my bunk, the Morning Lord.
Yes, the Morning Lord.
What does Morningwood have anything to do?
I haven't heard of him. Okay. Must be with somebody new.
Darendelle, what do you serve or worship any deities?
I do. I used to serve Corillion.
Used to.
Well, I've not served him in a very long time. I've been trapped in my own living hell,
Oh,
which
so
you have rescued me from.
I understand. Do you plan on resuming that service?
That depends on whether or not he still wants me to, and whether or not he is going to do anything against my family. If he is, then no, I won't. I will against him.
You will what him? You broke
I will
up.
war against him.
Oh. What other deities would take up arms with you against him?
I'm sure I can count on Loth. I know that Torridon. Maybe a
Wait
couple
a
of the
second.
others. Yes?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
I would hope not. I would hope that he has seen the error of his ways and that his sister's actions were justified. That perhaps he should go ahead and share power. Even though she tried to kill him, going ahead and banning her and her people would be the wrong thing to do.
You're saying so she had a good reason to try to kill him.
As much a reason as other sister has for kill their
Can I do a religion run? Just to go ahead and see if some of them I know that are popular right now. I
If
just want
you're
to see.
Yeah, if you're trained in religion, if you're you can go ahead and those of you that are trained in religion can make a religious check.
Why do I always roll low?
Because you're always misquoting the stuff. You always
That's true. I am always misquoting.
Okay. Strike. You know that Corellian's sister would have been Loth all those years ago, and that Loth was part of the full elven pantheon, as were the Drow. The Drow were just elves back then. Before there was a huge war between the gods, and Corellian ended up banishing Loth to the abyss, and the Drow took off. They left they used to live in the jungles of Chult and in the jungles of the south, whereas high elves and wood elves lived in the forest. The dark elves lived in the jungles, and they ended up underground across Faerun.
And he is a high elf?
He
Darendelle?
appears. Darendelle appears to be a high elf. Yes. You look at him though; he's a little bit
More handsome.
Yeah, he looks better. He looks more elven than the high elves do.
Well, I've never met a high elf, so it just looks like
Yeah,
whatever he looks like.
Yeah, he looks more otherworldly than elves.
Oh, okay.
As
So
though he's more connected to the Feywild elven
Gotcha.
other elves. Right. Let's see. Yeah, sorry. Had to plug in my headset. It was about to die. Let's see. You continue traveling north along the tradeway towards Daggerford. About a week has gone by with nothing happening in between. You go out on your scouting mission as normal. Okay. None of the other scouting missions from the other wagon noticed anything too out of the ordinary. One thing you guys do note is that, again, as you're traveling this way, it looks as though you're following behind another large caravan, or as somebody else had suggested, perhaps another large army. That possibly, yeah, but you definitely know that somewhere between you and Dagger is a large group of peoples.
Have we noticed any unusual behavior from any of the caravan guards?
Some of them are a lot more on edge, especially the all of the Hollisters. You have noticed that the Hollisters have taken to having quiet meetings at night. Right. You've seen them discussing with Marion, the lead guy, the father. They've been going over maps with him and looking. It looks as though they're looking for other routes to take. Right, but he hasn't. But they haven't said anything to
the caravan,
to the passengers. Yeah, it's like they're noticing things and they're like, maybe we should try go. Yeah.
Would they deny other bodyguards knowing? Would they, like, for instance, since Uthos hired on his bodyguard, if he were to show up, would he be turned away?
Right now, you only notice that it's the Hollister. Remember, there's about 8 or 9 different people here that are all of the same family. The people who run the wagon are all big family.
Uthel wouldn't know this. He just
right. Their guards are the lizard men. So none of the guards from in the other wagons are involved with this. It's only the 2 Hollister wagons and their guard.
Okay, not the lizard men. Okay.
Yeah, not the this is just it's like a family affair that they're like,
Okay, got it.
Right, they haven't come amongst the caravan yet to go ahead and talk to people. Okay, and that's the Morning, day 38. That evening, you guys are making your night camp, and you come across not only the remains of another camp that was here maybe a day ago, but also 4 fresh graves along the side of the road. Right, each of them are unmarked, but there's no mistaking the rectangular dirt pattern. Right, as those are graves.
No, caravan went missing, right? So far? No, never mind. That was the caravan. They got attacked and sacrificed one of their guards.
Yes, they.
Our suspected cultist caravan. Or one of them.
Oh, that was a scouting party.
Yeah, that was just the scouting party from Revelry, the snooty people in front of you.
Yeah, the snooty people are one of our suspected cultist caravans, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one with Olive and the bitchy person.
So
yes.
just to recap, we suspect that caravan, the prison caravan, is transporting the actual skull. Along
maybe
with
the logging.
Possibly the beer caravan.
Yeah, you guys got of the wagons. I mean, unless somebody is like just
possibly the beer caravan. I didn't get this.
Has enough room to hide the dragon skull.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He's got kegs large enough to hide the skull.
But the prison caravan's the one that's being really
shady.
Yeah.
Yes, you just found out that the prison caravan held a prisoner who doesn't like Nidhogg.
Got his way, didn't he?
Yep.
Poor Nidhogg. We did not know him well.
I know.
I thought we also suspected the magical creature caravan.
Well, that's not even. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm thinking about the gnomish trailer.
No, that broke down. You lost that one. It broke down way back there. Yeah, she's talking about Buck's wagon.
Yeah, we took on the people from the gnomish.
Yes, you guys have that's where you picked up Uthal, the elderly lady, and young bald-headed kid with the tattooed eyes. Or eye tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we trust the eye tattoo kid, by the way, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
He's never spoken to anybody. If you do talk to him, he kind of nods and shakes his head, and he has a little wooden sign that says Waterdeep.
And my homeboy, just stood down my would-be assassin that wanted to ensure or snoop through our caravan. He just stared her down, and she was like, okay, and walked away. During my funeral, remember?
Yep.
So, I mean, he did protect me, but, we don't quite know what his intentions are. Communication isn't his high point.
The dragon cultist leader.
Good joke, but that's me.
It's too bad we can't communicate psychically with him.
Is there anything, aside from the graves, is there anything odd about the camp itself? The abandoned one we just...
Yeah, the one that you're camping in. You can tell that a fight did take place here, right? From just the way that the ground is disturbed, the blood that's on the ground. And it looks like whoever won the fight then took the time to bury the losers.
Should we dig up one of the bodies and see what's there?
No.
Uthal's going to dig up the body.
Oh, goodness.
No! It just starts running
Is
out.
Uthal
No,
that
do not
inquisitive?
disturb the dead!
Would Uthal really care to know?
He wants to know. He's curious.
No, don't make me hurt you. You leave the dead in their place. Do not disrespect the dead. Stray, why are you not with me protecting the dead?
But if it
He
comes,
hasn't,
but
hasn't started doing anything yet.
no, there's a shovel in the ground.
Oh goodness.
Please, someone. I don't want to have to hurt him.
No, stop, please.
Troy's, was that in character? No, please, no. Don't do it. No.
Yes, we'll let the dead remain where they are.
Please, Uthel, come back. I'll make you hot chocolate and give you cookies.
Ooh.
What's hot chocolate? Sorry, I'm trying to find a new voice for him.
I like that one. We can understand that one, but it is a different character voice.
That's my new halfling voice.
Sounds the same.
Yeah.
Uthel?
So Jojo, I was given an interesting. Well, I'll let y'all resolve this first before I.
What's hot chocolate?
Yeah.
It's deliciousness. It's a delicious warm drink that's made of chocolate.
Uther's just gonna sit there and scratch his chin, looking at you, even more confused.
Nine just starts pushing him towards the caravan and away from the desecrating the graves. And remember, cookies.
Uther's just gonna stand there. So I guess we need an athletics check.
If only someone would help her.
Jojo?
If you're okay, 9, are you trying to push him away? He's actually just kind of standing there. He's not letting you lead him. If you're trying to drag him away, you'll have to go ahead and make a opposing athletics check. Yeah,
Okay.
or you can try using your words.
I look over. Uthal, please come back to the camp.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's just gonna fall over.
yeah. You're pretty sure. Yeah, he's standing there. You're not gonna be able to budge him.
But there's crime.
And there's other ways to figure out what happened than to desecrate the graves of the dead.
They could have been old people. I don't say that. I'm not there.
Let's see what we can find out before we even think about digging up somebody.
Uthal's now going to have a conflicted look on his face, and he's scratching his head.
Okay.
Lady Kingsman, can you please call your dog back?
Oh.
Excuse me, young lady.
Oh.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was
He's
trying-
going to growl and pull out his hammer.
Oh, you messed up now.
I didn't know Uthal pulled out.
Oh my god, that was terrible. No, that's not what I meant. That was the wrong word choice.
I
You're
smell.
on right there.
I smell persuasion in
Mr.
your future.
Munakanathi, young Mr. Munakanathi can do as he wishes. Just because he is employed to go ahead and protect my body does not mean that I command him. And you calling him a dog is very bad. Remind me?
So you agree to dig up the graves of the dead then? That is your way.
Mr. Munakanathi, you might want to be respectful of the young lady, even though she is not respectful of you. Her deity protects the dead. It is her sworn duty to not allow you to do this. So you put her at odds. Now, be better than her and show her the respect that she doesn't show you. Please.
Is 9 still on the floor?
Yeah, she's kind of fallen over the ground and just kind of bashing her head into the ground now, like, I'm such an idiot.
Uthel's going to pick her up by the collar, set her on her feet, and then just walk away.
Did you just scruff her?
Yes.
Yes,
Like a little
I
kitty
deserve
cat?
that. I did bad. I'm sorry, Uthel. Can I still make you hot chocolate and cookies?
That's the Trotius wearing off on you. See, it takes effects in ways you don't even understand.
And young lady,
Uthel is attempting to intimidate her with like a cold shoulder.
yeah, you can tell that he is really upset with you. That your affront, a mere "I'm sorry" might not cut it. Young lady, you would do well to go ahead and keep young Mister Munakanathi in your favor, because you do not want him to become Bonebreaker.
She sulks back and starts making hot chocolate and cookies for everyone.
Well, hello, Cat. Cat just came jumping out of the shelves.
So, Jojo, at some point during this little journey, I would like to attempt to use what I feel inside of me to be a newly acquired source of
Lord.
magic
We're all gonna die.
called Detect Thoughts on the little boy. What's his name again?
Waterdeep.
Yeah,
His name's what?
yeah. I want to use Detect Thoughts on Waterdeep Lab.
Okay. Took a 2.
So at first, I guess I do it, and it's like I just detect his surface thoughts, right?
Okay. His surface thoughts, you pick up dark, cold. He likes somebody. He's like, I like that person. But you're not sure who he's thinking of.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see. Let me read this spell.
He's just kind of like watching you guys, and
Wait, he's watching? So his eye, he's not like he can
he's
look.
not watching.
He's just got tattooed eyelids.
He's got normal eyes, obviously, but
Uh-huh.
on the top of his bald head, he's got about a dozen tattooed eyes.
Oh, I thought he had tattooed eyelids. Okay.
No, he's got eyes tattooed all over the top
Gotcha.
of his head,
Okay.
all over the top of his bald.
Okay. So let's see. Let's have to probe deeper. So yeah, I would like to probe deeper, and he makes a wisdom saving throw. A DC 15 check.
What a monster probing a child.
He's an alien.
And so if, let's see. Saving throw, if it fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large on its mind. So if it's something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, I don't get that.
I hope it's just water deep is all he gets.
Water deep. Right. You get a lot of wonderment at new things that he's seen.
Uh-huh.
You get that he's really excited about getting to the city of Waterdeep. He is hoping to be reunited with, you think, it's got to be some kind of close family member. You're not sure if he's thinking about a sister or a mother, but it's somebody. It's a really close female family member that he's trying to get to.
So,
Right. And when he thinks about her, there's a lot of sadness there, right? And you get the idea that she was taken,
Hmm.
and he's trying to find her.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good information. So I will stop probing.
Okay. Okay.
Any one of you could be next.
As you were doing the probing, he gets like a puzzled look on his face, and he starts looking around.
Oh.
Right. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is he to? Right. He walks up to Trodius. Right. He's like tugging on your wing, or on your what he thinks is a cloak. Right. And he's like, he looks confused, and he points his index finger at his temple. He puts against his temple, right? And he points at his eyes, and then back at his temple. He points at everybody in the room.
I looked down at him and kind of whisper, what are you trying to tell me, little bud?
What's going on, little buddy?
Timmy in the well?
All right. He points at his eyes, right? He makes like the two little, like the "I'm looking at you" symbol with his fingers, where he takes his 2 fingers, points at his eyes, and then points at you. All right. He looks at you like, "Do you get that?"
Okay.
Then he points and he does the same thing around the whole room, as though he's looking around the room. But then he points at his temple again.
Is somebody trying to look into your mind?
I think he wants you to tell him a story.
He's nodding his head yes.
Oh.
Okay, I'd look around the room, or around the area, see if anyone's concentrating on him specifically.
Okay, give me a perception check. No, you don't see anybody. You know, everybody is kind of now that he's been pantomime dance with you. You know, but yeah, nobody that you saw out of the ordinary. No. All right.
I tell him, okay, little buddy, I'll keep an eye out for anyone who might be doing it.
Okay. And yeah, he did. He walked up to Trodius in front of all of you. Everybody that's in the time, right? You see the conversation that's kind of happening between him and Trodius. What do you want to do? Or if you want to talk about that, or
Who exactly is in the area right now?
We're all in the caravan, right?
Actually, this is at that same night camp. You guys had just drug Uthul just went back to the wagon, and 9 is supposed to be making hot chocolate and cookies for everybody. This is happening at that same time.
Okay, or are we camping like outside the wagon? Are we inside the wagon right now?
At this moment, you're inside the wagon.
Okay. So I talked to the other party members, like someone, Togatu was just trying to tell me that someone was trying to look into his mind. Does anyone else feel anything strange going on?
I have not.
Yeah, I think it's a little strange. I'm having to hear you annoy me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Can't take a joke. No, everything's normal in my cranium. What does that even feel like?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't the one being probed.
Togatu goes ahead and he holds up his hand. He makes like binocular hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then he walks like really close to you and puts his binocular hands up against your head. And he starts just moving them back and forth.
I said, okay. Yeah, I haven't had any of that.
Okay, and if we're not going to follow that path, we're going to go ahead and on.
I was just trying to figure out how I would. I mean, paying attention to this as I'm making cookies, and because I need to make I'm sorry cookies, but I just want to gain some insight into this. Like, just think if I've ever known anyone to act this way or describe what behavior he's doing.
All of you that are trained in Arcana, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Not trained, so I can't do an insight check.
Okay, well, both Niddirk and Strike, you guys know that it's probably at your guys' power levels, it's probably detect thoughts. It could also be somebody scrying with a crystal ball.
Didn't we used to have a crystal ball?
Did we?
Someone a gypsy?
Someone accidentally sold the crystal ball.
Yes.
Sold
they did.
it.
I believe that was Trodius that sold it.
Has it come back to haunt us?
I know not of what you speak.
I say, I wouldn't worry too much about it, little buddy. Just let us know if you get that feeling again.
He shakes his head up and down and gives you a thumbs up.
I like him.
Are my cookies and hot chocolate done?
Roll a perception check to see if you actually notice them burning.
Nine's cooking and my cooking are very different.
Your cookies come out perfect.
Yay, thank you. Hey, look, everyone, I made cookies. I'm so sorry I was a horrible, you know what. I was a horrible person.
With that roll, the hot chocolate came out well, too. You're supposed to be making hot chocolate and cookies.
Did you already forgot?
Yes, hot chocolate cookies.
Do we need to roll a constitution check once we start eating them?
Not at all, not at all. It's cookies and hot chocolate. Okay. That night goes by uneventful. All right. There were a couple of other people that were like looking at the graves. Almost everybody came by to people were discussing what the graves were and what could have happened here.
Is there ever a moment in the caravan when the little boy isn't there, but some of the party? Like, am I ever alone with anyone that's not the little boy and not Uthal?
You can be alone with anybody you want at any time. If you want to go ahead and get rid of
in the
Uthal and
caravan,
little boy,
because I can't leave the caravan.
Right. Anybody within your wagon.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to find a time when, Uthal is out there doing whatever, right, and the little boy happens to be out of the wagon at the same time, yeah, you can say, hey, this is during this time period that I want to talk to these people.
Okay. Well, at some point, I just want to let pretty much everyone with us that's not Uthal or the little boy, I want to inform them that.
Okay, wait. Before you go on, hang on,
Yeah.
because that includes both the elderly lady and Darendelle. Is that okay?
Darendale's okay, not the elderly lady.
Okay, so at some point when
I would imagine her and
Uthal-
Uthal might be off somewhere.
yeah, she
Yeah.
went off to do something, and Uthal went off to
Followed,
buy her
yeah.
bodyguard, and the little boy's out there playing with the
Sure.
couple of the dogs.
Okay, at some point I just wanted to inform them. The other day when the boy was acting strange, it was me that was peering into his thoughts. I was trying to see if, if he was possibly a spy for Dragon Cultists. Everything checks out. I think he lost a loved one, some sort of female adult, most likely a mother. He's trying to get back with her, and it was Daggerfell, or Waterdeep. Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Yeah, trying to get back with her in Waterdeep. That's all. So don't. I believe we can trust the boy.
Well, that's good to know.
I just didn't want to scare him or alarm him by telling him.
Well, I'm pretty sure you alarmed him.
Yeah, well, he'll be fine. They're very forgetful at that age.
That doesn't sound creepy.
It wasn't meant to sound creepy.
Okay.
How we coming on the last of the Dragon Cultists? Huh? Any luck?
Well, we got most of them figured out.
Yes, I think I let everybody know you guys have figured out about 90%, if not more, of the cultists that are amongst the wagon train at this time.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
and
try-
just
Go ahead.
to let everyone know, when I sent letters home, I just made sure that if any that I've shared the information that we've gathered so that they can get to the right people.
Information as in, they be cultists on this wagon train. We need help. That type of information?
Specifically, the people we've already discovered and
Oh.
have pretty much confirmed that that's who we really think are the cultists.
Oh.
And then the information, some of the information I got about what path we need to take. That way, if we get murdered and die, at least, the Order of the Gauntlet will be able to get the information.
Sure.
Not that we're going to die. Oh, wait, you're already dead.
That's right.
There is some information that you guys have gleaned over your journey about the cult itself, is some of the way the ranks work. Right. At Dragonclaw, where it says affinity, that's where they choose a chromatic color of dragon that they align more towards. And there's a lot of, just like amongst the chromatic dragons themselves, there's a lots of infighting between the different colored cultists. All right. The
And
blacks
so
thing.
this is a blue dragon cult? Was that correct?
Most of them, yes. It's a blue dragon cult with a green dragon skull. Right. And yeah, it's a blue dragon cult, and they have the green dragon skull.
Now, when you say "the," is there only ever like one dragon
Well,
of a color? In
No.
an era or something? No? Okay.
No. And you note that, let's see. What's his name? Dresden. Some of the cultists that you identified. Give you some of the you found out about that. Right. Okay. Dresden is the cultist, the one that you interrogated back in the back in that castle, who only spoke Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's not the one who hates you. The one who hates you is Vertok Squanderlust. He's the other cultist that you went ahead and interrogated.
Yeah. Slapped him around a lot.
Right. Let's see. And then Langdarosa is the half dragon, the dragonborn that went ahead and fought Og.
Now that's not the speaker, right? The worm speaker? Or is that?
No.
Yeah. So it'd be like a dragon soul? Right?
Actually, you notice that one of the things that you noted was that both, like Langdarosa, like the knight that the guy who fought Og,
Yeah.
and the guy who hates you, they're the same rank.
Gotcha. So the guy that hates me was the guy that we almost killed at the camp. Like we were beating him down.
No, the guy that hates you is the guy that you slept around.
Oh, okay.
But amongst the cult, they're of the same
Really?
rank.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like you could say I slapped around the guy that whooped Og. Would that be an accurate statement?
That would be totally inaccurate. You slapped around. An accurate statement would be that Langdarosa was one of the commanders of that small group there. The other, with that regard being the same rank as Vertok, then Vertok was also a Dragon Wing officer type person.
Okay.
Right. The lowest of it, just the commoners are the initiates. Then they become a Dragon Claw. Then they become a Dragon Wing. Then the Dragon Fang, and they move up in ranks. And there's only one Worm Speaker.
So did we run into the Worm Speaker at the camp? Was that the guy that was okay?
You have not run into a Worm Speaker at all.
Gotcha.
Right. The highest rank that you run into is actually is Dragon Wing. You have not run into a Dragon Fang yet.
Who's the guy that we almost killed? Then was he a?
Yeah, the guy that was the guy. So that was a Dragon Wing that when the dragon was called, he wasn't the guy on the horn, but he was the other guy that was barking orders.
Right, they were both. Yeah, those are both Dragon Wings, but one that.
Because the guy on the horn was a Dragon Wing that dueled Vree, and he was the one that had the horn calling the other dragon.
Right, and he had to go ahead and bow down. Like it was like, even though they're of equal rank.
Yeah.
This mission belonged to the guy who you guys almost killed.
Good grief! So there's some tough people out there with this dragon cult.
Some of them, yeah. And wait, knowing that, putting together that Vertok was a commander, don't forget that Vertok is one of the prisoners in the prison wagon. He's the prisoner who went ahead and did the slit throat motion.
The guy slapped him around.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So the guy in the prison wagon is one of the commanders, or not? He's up there in rank, kind of thing.
Well, I hope you guys use this information to keep me alive.
We'll use you as a distraction.
You're already dead. What are you talking about?
That's right. Mission accomplished.
Okay. As you continue your travels going towards Dagger Deep, the road, again, you see more and more camps. You're seeing more and more destruction. It looks like a caravan was torn apart. It's been picked through. Anything of value has been taken from it. There are a few dead bodies on the road here. These are human. They're dressed in normal traveler type clothes, so you're probably thinking they're just members of whatever wagon members of the wagon that has been destroyed. All right. At this point, everybody in the wagon train is starting to talk about what could possibly be happening. All right. And it is also at this point that the Hollisters say that they're going to go ahead and they're putting it. Yeah, they're heavily suggesting that you change your route and circumvent Daggerford. All right. They haven't decided. They think the best route would be to go probably towards the coast and then follow the coast that way. Except that there's a small area. Let me share the map here.
Are you saying that Daggerford is the cultist base and not Dragonspear?
Okay. The first arrow, actually, where is your token? Your token's still back in Baldur's Gate. Okay. If I did that right, it should have synced your maps that you guys are looking at
Yeah.
now. Okay. There's your wagon train there. All right. The Hollisters are saying that they're thinking they should go towards the coastline just by heading directly west. But the tone of contention is that there's a small swampy area here, right, that have been taken over by Sahagin. And he's like not sure how close to Daggerford he wants to get, how much of that swampy area or marshy area that he wants to go ahead and travel through. The wagons would have a hard time. Right. The longer way would be to go ahead and head northwest, right, into the hills, and there's a small town that he knows of that has a bridge that they can cross the river at, right, and come around and go around through, and just come out, make a wide berth of Daggersford. He's asking each of the passengers. He calls a meeting. He wants everybody's input as to what they want to do, or we can continue to head to Daggersford. But he thinks that Daggersford is probably under attack by the goblins or hobgoblins that normally take over Dragonspear Castle. It happens every now and then that they band together and they come up north and attack Daggersford. The trolls do the same thing occasionally, as do different bandits. He's heard rumor.
Do I glean any of this information, or does anyone tell me this? Like, am I able to overhear anything? Like, I guess when they're going wagon to wagon is my question.
They will go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to assume that. Yeah, you can hear parts of it. I'm not going to have you make the stealth checks to be, listening at a
Okay.
door and not be seen. You can hear it, overhear it when he's talking to the people of your wagon outside. All right, and what you don't overhear, right, your party member, NPCs in the wagon will go ahead and inform you of. So yes, you're aware of all this. All right. He goes, we're going to take a night camp here, and we'll have a decision by morning as to which direction the train itself wants to go. From his experience, he is suggesting that we take the long way around and go up and the hills.
Well, this is me addressing the party again. Our objective is to stay with these dragon cultists, so long as our suspected caravans don't peel off or we don't lose people. Then obviously they have no hold in Daggerford, and I think it will be in our best interest to stay with them. And the people of Daggerford are probably fine. They're used to dealing with this. That would be fine. It's not our problem. Not our
What's
problem.
not to say that they're coming this way. We never know.
You're right. So we need to go fast to the hills. I don't like swamps.
Why not just go through Daggerford and hope?
Because that sounds dangerous, and we don't have to do it. So that's not our objective.
Our priority is to follow the cultists.
See, Trarius gets it. Can't believe I'm saying this.
So, yes, and I'll remind everybody of my vision and the fact that Daggerford is walled.
Wait a second.
So there is some sort of defense.
Yeah, so it's probably just that was your vision was being a little dramatic, probably, right? Like, I doubt that many people.
I'm sure there are people stuck outside the wall trying to get in.
I mean, maybe, but how can we help? We're outside the wall too. Like, you don't want to put us in your vision.
I don't put anybody in my vision. My visions come from Lathander.
I mean, if we go to Daggerford, we might be one of the people stuck outside the wall trying to get in, like in your vision.
That is.
That doesn't sound like fun, does it?
Utho's just going to stare at Kingsman.
Kingsman.
Or
She is actually. I'm letting the decision. Your wagon's decision is made by the NPCs aren't helping out with decisions.
It's made by what now?
The
Us.
decision's being made by you guys.
Okay.
You five are making the decision. The NPCs are not going to be involved in that. They're in your wagon, so it's going to be whichever way you guys want to go.
See, here's the thing. We have two missions. We have one, we have to get someone, not towards the handsome elf, to Waterdeep. And the second thing is that we have to go ahead and make sure that we find out who the dragon cultists are and follow them. That is, in my opinion, our priorities. Yes, we have to pray for their souls. Yes, maybe it's the time that they meet their maker, but we have to go ahead and focus on our priorities.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that conviction in her voice? That's what we need right now. We need that focus.
Now, let's not discount the possibility that the dragon cultists are the ones we suspect to be. We'll go for Daggerford.
Then
maybe.
we will follow them.
But it's not
At
our
this
job to
point,
fight the dragon cultists now, is it?
That is correct. It is not. The dragon cultists was most likely want to stay with where the caravan goes.
Stay with that
identity
dragon
secrets.
skull. Do you think they're going to leave that skull all by its lonesome? No.
Has it occurred to anyone that they may be working with the hobgoblins from Dragonspear and that they are in fact clearing the path?
Are you saying Dragonspear was maybe like a forward base? Of the dragon cultists? Is that what you're implying?
Not at all.
Is that what you're
Not
like?
at all.
It was maybe
Dragon
like
Spear was never
like a
part of the dragon cultist.
a little like tiny little maybe like an outpost base for
For the
dragon
hobgoblins, but
cult,
not for the dragon cultists.
for the hobgoblins that are part of the
Cult of
dragon
the
cult.
Spear?
Is that what you're saying?
No, they're not part of the dragon cult. They're probably allied
They're
with them, but they're not part of
conscripted
it.
into the dragon cult to do a service for them,
They're not
Yeah.
conscripted.
like
being
members
paid.
of the dragon cult. Like you would say, like on the battlefield, be like, oh, those are the dragon cult fighters. Those hobgoblins coming from the forward dragon cult base known as Dragon Spear. Do you think that's an accurate way of saying it?
No.
You don't think that's no? Okay, well, I was just checking.
There is no indication whatsoever that the hobgoblins and goblins are related to the dragon
I was
cultists.
just checking. I was just checking.
We should stick with the caravan. In my opinion, take the long way around.
So you're saying
Agreed.
there wasn't a dragon cultist base at Dragon Spear?
Correct. There's nothing there. It's the cult of the spear.
The cult of the.
That's who was there, not the dragon cult.
So strange. I don't know why you would name your base Dragon Spear. You're like, well, we just want spear. I guess you're like, it's a.
Once upon a
Good
time, there's a
spear.
cult of a lance too.
Ooh. There's a lot of learning going on.
Those brain hurts.
Again,
Okay,
I
these are
know
the
that
wagon. These are the directions the wagons voted in. See that on the at the table there.
So we're going northwest or northeast? Wait.
Wait a minute, Joseph. Switch
I'm
those.
confused.
Switch the north, the wests, and the easts.
Okay.
I don't know my left.
So the
and right.
southeast and southwest.
No, the
No.
ones that voted to go northwest actually voted to go northeast.
Okay, so all of our
Okay.
suspected wagons are what? 12, 9, 5, and 7?
Uh, 5, 7,
There you go.
6.
6 is 6 is no longer there.
Yeah, one of them is the gnome wagon.
Okay, so 9 is the bestiary. So that's
innocent wagons. It looks like they decided to go. When I say innocent, I mean the ones you don't suspect. Those are the ones who decided to go northeast and take the long way around and go up through the hills,
Yeah.
across a bridge. The wagons that chose the quickest route, right, are wagons that you suspect could be dragon cultists. Other than the lumber wagon, which has decided he's like, I need to get there, so he's the only one who's voting to go to Dagger for
So is the
himself.
train gonna split up?
yeah.
Wait, did you say yeah? I heard two. Did you say yeah, Jojo?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. But that's the boat, so they're going with the boat. So we're going northeast over the hills. Is that
Mm,
the vote?
northwest.
Northwest is
Northwest is over
swamp.
the hills. No, yeah, northwest is swamp. Northeast is over the hills. The
And
dragon, the ones you suspect of being dragon cultists are going towards the swamp.
Yeah,
The
7
ones
and 12.
The ones you do not suspect are going up and over the hills.
that just means our
other than-
suspects are in a hurry.
All right. Yeah, possibly the suspects are in a hurry, so they want to take the fastest. And the only one person says that he wants to we can just go to Daggerford. Yeah.
The lumberjacks are not known for their grand intelligence on things of battle. Okay, so why are we being quiet? What's the cart vote? Hills, right?
No, that's going away from all the cultists.
Oh, no, that's not how it's working, Trodius. We're deciding where
Yes,
the
it-
entire caravan's going to move, correct?
We're saying where our wagon is going to move.
Jojo said the caravans are not splitting up
This is our vote in which direction
to
we
steer
want
the
to go.
entire caravan.
Right.
Oh.
So, we're
Yep,
going
yes,
northeast.
right now it's a tie. Yeah, it's a tie vote right now because of the lumber wagon choosing Daggerford. It's a tie vote. You guys are the tiebreaker.
Gotcha.
So either
I
we
mean-
go the long way around or we go to the swamp. I vote we go the long way around.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Okay, so we're gonna take the hill route.
Hill route.
Yes.
Roger, Dodger.
What are we dodging?
Roger.
Rogers.
Okay. So he goes ahead and he guides the wagon. He's gone through the wagons to take a vote. In the morning at morning camp, everybody votes. The wagons that wanted to go northeast, especially the most vocal, the loudest person about wanting to go to go northwest to take the fast route is going to be Bam. All right, wagon 5.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. He is complaining left and right, up and down about how the Hollisters are going to have to pay him for his lost L that's going to go bad because he's adding days to the journey. The hills are going to jostle the barrels.
Does he know how L works?
All right. He is just pissed. All right.
Do you know how ale works, Pookha?
I know how age drinks work.
Ale's not exactly something you want to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, when there is an aging. 2, he's carbonating it as it's traveling.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
The hills are going to go over carbonated, right? And remember back then it's just a wine barrel with a stopper in it.
When you overcarbonate things, they tend to explode.
Uh-huh. And that means he has to uncork it, which then makes it flat and tasteless.
Right. And even if it gets overcarbonated and it doesn't, if it gets overcarbonated and it doesn't explode, yes, there's still the risk. It's going to go bad. He's going to lose money going over the hills. And he is the most vocal about this. The rich people, the Revelry, Dragon 7, they're just, they complain in a couple of them complain in a snooty way in that they want to get to Waterdeep as quick as possible. You promised us that we'd be here within this time frame, right? And they use peer pressure in that they're going to complain to their parents and to the nobles, and they'll make sure that the Hollisters never go ahead and work along the tradeway again. Let's see. The prison wagon is they need to get the prisoners to Waterdeep as quickly as possible. Any delay, especially with the dangers of the people, the dangerous people they have in the wagon, right, is going to be hurt. And the guy with the lumber's just like, I have a triple size wagon going up and over hills is not going to be easy. I don't see why we just can't go to Daggerford. There's enough of us here. We're a small, we have these guys, and he actually points at you guys to protect us.
I protect her. She tells me where to go.
True, but if you saw an innocent person being hurt, I'd bet you'd protect them too, right? Because that's just the kind of people you are. To which he gets a lot of eye rolls and what the fucks from the people of Revelry. The Ebenhart family, she just wants to stay. The mom is the vocal. She's taking the way around. She wants to stay as possible. So there's a lot of back and forth, but in the end, the wagon train decides to head to the northwest. Right? None of the wagons choose to split off by themselves. About 2 days journey to the northwest, you're going to start cutting, to the northeast. You're going to then start cutting north towards the river itself. And it's at a high point here that you can see, yes, there's a small army just south of Daggerford. They've tents everywhere. It looks like they've caught a bunch of refugees between them and the city isn't letting the refugees into the city. It's as though, there's just too many people. Close the gates. Right, which if nobody does anything, then yeah, that's people that are going to die between as the army goes ahead and sacks or gets ready to attack and then sack Daggerford. Right. Let's see.
Well, there's not much that a small group can do against an entire army.
Okay, everybody roll perception checks, please. Okay. Strike and 9, and Niddirk. Niddirk, Strike, 9, and Driver's up in the first wagon. You guys all notice a small band of hobgoblins, maybe about 2 hills over. They haven't noticed the wagon train, right? And because you guys have noticed them and because the main wagon has noticed them, you guys are able to help circumvent the encounter, or you guys can go ahead and let the wagon train circumvent the encounter, and you guys can go ahead and make sure that the hobgoblins don't find your wagon train trail and come up behind you, or make sure that the hobgoblins don't make it to Daggerford to attack it. Do you want to go after this small group of hobgoblins, or do you want to stay on the wagon train?
No survivors.
No survivors.
I would say that we would protect our rear.
Okay, let me get the map and everything up.
I'm chilling in the wagon.
Unfortunately, Niddirk, how are we getting out of the wagon, or are you just staying behind?
No, I'm chilling in the wagon.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him chill in the wagon.
That's y'all's problem.
Okay.
I'm dead. Don't want to blow our cover. I'm sure y'all got that handled.
I mean, I could carry a sack out.
That could be your weapon. Hit him with a sack of quote-unquote potatoes.
Besides wild magic. It's okay, Niddirk, you can stay here.
It's a new magic weapon we got him. Sacco Magic.
Don't want me plunging the world into darkness trying to kill hobgoblins.
I mean, they could come after us, so
We go after them and ambush them. Then
No, I'm talking about what happens when I cast spells.
Yeah, we've had more than enough stuff come out of your orifices.
Uthla has no idea about any of that.
Oh yeah, Uther, when I start throwing spells, whew, no telling what happens.
No, Uthel doesn't really care.
I
He
No
doesn't pay
telling,
attention.
no telling what's going to come out of his butt or up yours.
Give me just a moment here. This is not a pre-made encounter, so I'm putting everybody on the map.
So is Uthel one of us now? One of us.
that was so funny last
I
night.
mean, until you call me a dog, until you call Uthel a dog again.
Pretty sure Nan got put in her place, and she's not gonna do something stupid like that again.
Okay, I'm sharing the map with everybody. And Pookha, I'm going to go ahead and give you control. See if this works.
Ooh. Ooh.
So is it just this like
Let me make
section
sure.
of the map?
Ooh.
Double check.
While you're getting everything set up, can we take a little bio break?
Yes. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a 5-10 minute bio break. I will go ahead and.
He's like what I am, but better.
Not better. He's not better. He's just different.
Elves are better in everything.
Ooh.
They're better at a lot of things.
Elves true master race.
I'm AFK too.
Okay, it looks like we still have one person missing, other than me.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I'm reading
Okay.
spells. I didn't see it.
Okay. Okay. I've placed you guys on the map so you can see it. Go. If I can have everybody go ahead and roll initiative, and Nerdic, go ahead and roll initiative for me for Darendale. Okay. Good, good. Okay, so that you should be able to activate everything off of Darendale's character sheets, just like you would your own.
Okay.
Okay. Gonna give everybody, you're gonna get one free surprise. We're gonna go through a round of you guys getting your action before the hobgoblins get to react. So, let's see. Okay. So first person up is gonna be Uthal. The small little cliffside that you guys are standing on is at the bottom part lip there, you're maybe 5 feet off the ground. So every lip, you're maybe another 2 to 3 feet off the ground. So at the most, at the top here, you could leap down. That's maybe about a 12 to 15-foot leap.
7 or 8 feet off the ground.
Possibly, yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to make it to that hobgoblin.
Which one? Scout 4?
Yeah.
He's what, 45 away from you? You could go jump. You do be able to use a dash action, and the only thing you'd have left when you got to him would be a bonus action. You wouldn't be able to jump down, move, and attack at the same time now, because your movement's only 30, and you're roughly 5 away.
And jumping requires a action then too, correct?
It's an action, but it's also it gets counted into your movement. The distance that you jump gets counted as part of your movement. Okay, so like if you were to jump down from here, let's see, 5, 7, 10, 12. You're like 12 feet off the ground. Okay, so let me do this for a second. Let's put you right here from 25. So yeah, you're like 37 feet away, if that makes sense. You're 25 feet horizontally away from him, 12 feet vertically or diagonally.
Well, no, my question was, would a long jump be an action?
Yes, the long jump would be an action.
Okay. Is there a rock nearby? Like
There are
as I
some-
hop down?
There are several rocks.
Would it be an action to pick one up, or could I use a
I'll give
bonus?
you I'll give you a free action to go ahead and pick up a rock.
Yeah, because I was going to pick up a rock and chuck it at the bastard.
Okay, roll me a d6. We'll make it a d6 plus 1. Okay, so you got a nice little hefty 5-pound rock.
And then I'll just roll
Do you want to use your strength or your dex?
probably my strength.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a strength check for me, and I'll drag it over to see if it hits him. That's probably going to hit him, but let's double check. Scout. See on this list there. Oh yeah, definitely hits him. Okay, go ahead and give me a d6 plus 5.
How do I do that? Do I just roll a d6?
Down at the bottom left-hand side, you'll see it says modifier. Type in the number 5
Okay.
there, and then roll your d6. Okay, minimum damage. So 6. Okay.
I mean, he still took a rock to the face.
Yeah, he takes a rock to the back of the head. Boom. Okay. Are you going? Okay. Are we going to do any movement at all?
No, my movement was to get down and all that. Like my back's up against the wall, so
Roger. Okay. Moving on. Next up is strike.
I'm going to move down next to Uto.
Okay.
Target number 4. And cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. He failed his saving throw. And he is critical.
And then, for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Let me grab you an icon. Hey. Okay.
And Spiritual Weapon will attack the Hobgoblin Warrior. And it misses. And that will end my turn.
Okay. Next up, Betrodius.
Okay. I can only move really about 20, right? Since I'm about 8-10 feet off the ground.
If you use your walking speed, yeah.
Okay.
don't you have
Darendale
wings?
says, Trotius, wait a minute and we shall make a grand entrance.
I'm about to make a grand entrance.
Oh, okay.
It's not telling me how far I'm moving.
Where was it that you're moving to?
I can't tell if, hold on.
Oh, here, let me lock the tokens. It should be able to let you.
I guess about there would be fine.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay. I'm going to move there, and then I'm going to cast Bloodbath on the Hobgoblin Warrior.
Okay, let me check Bloodbath real quick because no, the other one wasn't coded right. But okay, this one does. This one is. Okay. go ahead and first thing would be to target him and then click the save button on Bloodbath. It'll force him to make his saving throw. Okay, he failed his save.
And I still have to roll to cast it.
You have to roll to cast it? Let me see.
It's got a cast button.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Go ahead and hit the damage button.
And then the blinded button.
And then yes.
And
So these guys, Trodius kind of slides on down the side there, comes up, casts his spell. The one hobgoblin warrior that the sword had just swung at, his blood just starts pouring out his ears, and as he turns in pain, you can see that blood is just pouring out his nose, his mouth, eyes. All right. As the hobgoblin, the scout over there, he's screaming from being set on fire slightly, watching the flame strike that hit him. Any bonus action?
that's what I'm checking. Nope. He's out of range of Hexblade Curse.
Okay. 9.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay. That was weird. So I have a question, just a general question, real quick. When we were going through my spells yesterday, I was stuck between 2, and they're still back on there. I didn't know if that was a glitch.
No, you have both of them. And you have Uthul targeted, by the way.
I've been trying to untarget him the whole time. I hadn't figured out how to.
Control, click my name. Sorry, control, click my token, or click on my name again.
Actually, there we go.
Okay, I've been clicking on his token and it hasn't undone it. I've been trying to do that. Okay. All right. So, ooh, really? I have both of them? Okay. Well, I'm, I guess, not intuitive for comparing about what might be awesome. And so I need to check the range on.
If it's the same as
Blood
mine,
God.
they're in range.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't say the exact range for Blood Geyser, so I'm just going to assume that they're in range.
Blood Geyser, the range is 60 feet. And then the area of effect is going to be a cylinder in a 10-foot radius, 20 feet high.
Okay, so I'm going to guess I'm going to have to move forward, then attack.
So let's see.
Is that going to be close enough, or do I have to move closer?
Okay, do you see the little yellow circle that's on the map right now?
Yes.
Where do you want me to put it? Just say stop as I move up, or left, right.
Probably down and to the left of Goblin 5.
Yes.
Right about there?
Probably down 1 and
No.
left 3.
I was thinking actually
Wait a minute, yeah.
next to Goblin Scout. Yes. That's where I wanted the circle to be.
Okay. Okay, then everybody within that target, everybody within the circle, and I will also give you Scout 6 who's on the edge up there at the top. Go ahead and target each of them.
Like that.
Let's see. Yes. Oh, 1, 2, 3. You should only have 4 targets. You should have, let's see. Scout 2, Scout 5, Scout 6. Okay, and then the one warrior. Yes. Okay, they're all targeted correctly then. Okay, next up would be to go ahead and click the cast button.
It just has the blood button.
Right. Okay. Open it. Let's see. Set your buttons down at the bottom. The mode should be standard. Display should be actions.
Yep.
Okay. You should see the blood button, and right below the blood button, it should be a cast button. Or actually, right next to the blood button should be a cast button. Okay. Now go ahead and hit the blood button. Okay, and it applied. 3 of them made the saving throw. 1 of them dying. And 1 of them looks like he's unconscious. Let's see.
That's the dying one.
Yes, it is. Okay.
So just a giant geyser of
So
pure blood. Just
first you saw the one warrior, the one who just died. You saw him. Blood started coming out his ears. He bent over. Blood was hitting the ground, and as the blood hit the ground erupted in blood. Right, spewing over a few of the other goblins. Right, and from the way they're reacting, it's as though the blood is actually burning them, as though the blood is acidic.
Raven Queen don't mess around.
Okay. Do we have any kind of movement?
yeah, that was it. I just wanted to move further down, but not actually off of this
Okay.
end yet.
Okay. Yeah. From there, you're on that lip. You're still like 5 feet off the ground. Okay. If you're done, Darendelle. Let's see what he does.
I am going to. I'm going to thunder. I can't really show you my movement.
Okay.
It's not letting me move them.
Do you know how to draw an arrow? Well, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 12. 8. Okay. That would be a full movement 30 there, somewhere right in there, or anywhere in front of anybody that's lined up.
No, I don't want to move. Sorry, put me back where I was. I can't. I want to move eventually, but not at this moment.
Oh, okay. Well, you said move, so.
Yeah, well, okay. So I want
What is it you want to do?
I want to show you where I want to go. I don't know how to do that. I can't drop any pins or anything.
Go ahead and right-click the map, and you'll see a little pointer arrow. It's a diagonal arrow. Left-click that, and then you can left-click on either the arrow if you want to point at something.
Like that? Does that work?
Or you can draw a shape. Let me see.
Do you see that point?
Yes, I see.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So I would like to thunderstep there.
Okay.
Might want to remove the warrior too.
And after you thunderstep there,
Remove what warrior?
I got it. Yeah. Where is he?
So I'm gonna thunderstep. And when I do that, everyone in a everyone within 10 feet. Oh, is that? All right. So hold on. Are those the people that are currently alive?
Yeah, that's why I brought that up, Pookha.
So let's move that up and to the left. So all those four are going to be affected by this. Is what I guess I'm after. Sure, that'll work. So they will have to make a con save throw. It's
Okay, go ahead.
it's just a DC 8.
Go ahead and First you have to do is
I can't target them though. I don't know how to do that, or it won't let me.
okay, and then you wanted to. Okay, and as the blood is erupting out of the ground and burning them, all right, those of you looking there, you guys see Darendale just appear almost in the same place as to where the blood spout is, and then explode. This shockwave explodes outwards, splashing blood out and away from him, so he doesn't get touched by it, right? And knocking several of them backwards, right, in a thunderous boom, right, dropping. It looks like 2 of them. Just a moment, I'm being called.
Okay.
Good lord, we're going to kill them all in the first round.
Oh, he'll just spawn more. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm back. Let me take off the ones that died. Scout 6, Scout 2.
And so after that, I would like to use. It says that as a bonus action with slip in the shadow, I can hide regardless of anyone's vision on me, whatever. I can hide at any time. So I would like to do that and then just kind of walk behind that pillar over there to what would be the east.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
So from your guys' vantage point, Darendale appears, the blood goes exploding everywhere, goblins go knocking backwards and getting hurt, and then he just vanishes yet again.
For a record, I could have brought someone with me.
And then we take it to the top of the list. Okay. Guess that's why he's a scout. Scout 1 goes ahead and he chucks a javelin that looks like at Scout 3 almost, right? And it bangs off the pillar right there that Scout 3 is standing next to, right between Scout 3 and Darendale. Scout 4, Hobgoblin 4 here down at the bottom, he goes ahead and he pulls out his daggers and he starts fighting the sword. did he?
He's real smart.
One. Why? There could be an invisible opponent there. He goes ahead and Grunt 1 taps Grunt 2 on the shoulder and points directly at Trodius. So three. He moves up to within 10 feet of Darendelle without seemingly seeing Darendelle, and he chucks a spear at Trodius. Grunt 2, all right, following his partner's lead. Comes running up. All right, pulls out his spear. Doesn't seem to see Darendelle either. Targets Trodius. He only gets a +2. Chucks a spear at him and hits him. Grazes your side there before going ahead and clattering off the just to the left of 9. Uthal, come back around to you. Looks like you're moving up. Yes, you can have advantage because the sword is on the other side and he turned it back to you. Okay. Either I'm not hearing anybody or Knife or Ray, we're not hearing you.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Okay, so I can hear people. Good. So it's Ray, we don't hear you. You're lighting up, but nothing's coming out.
Helps if I turn my mic on. So I rolled advantage, clicked on the advantage, rolled it, and it rolled 4 dice. I'm confused on that.
It just means that you accidentally went ahead and double-clicked on the attack roll instead of just once. And so it rolled 2 attack rolls and gave them both advantage. Okay, we'll just take the first one, which is the 20.
Okay.
All right. So that's definitely going to be a hit. All right. Ulfa moves forward and brings that maul down and just crushes the back shoulder blades right, of the goblin, driving it to the ground. Okay, and I saw like about 15 feet of movement, so you still have another 15 feet if you want. Okay. Well, that just got everybody's attention.
Yep.
Strike.
I'll move up. And let's see here. Target grunt 2. And I will do another sacred flame.
He failed a saving throw. He takes light damage. Shrugs
And
it off.
then I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. Attack the same. And that will do it for me.
Okay. Trotius.
All right. All right, I'm gonna move up to there. And I'm gonna attack Hobgoblin Grunt 1 with Green Flame Blade. Oh, wrong one.
Well, if you hit, we'll keep that as the damage. No, that was an automatic miss fumble. Okay, so you go to swing at him, right? And you just miss. It's just, he was right there for a moment, and then he was just, wait, you thought you hit him.
What an idiot.
You're like, yeah, I did damage to him and everything, but, oh.
I vaporized him.
Yeah, you thought you did, you thought it, you hit him and did damage to him even.
And his back is turned now to the hobgoblin facing up.
Okay. Any other action?
I'll Hexblade Curse him. All right, that's it.
Hobgoblin Scout 3. Okay, he goes ahead and he takes off his cloak and throws it over the sword. All right, and yanks the sword to the ground and steps on it. You just stand on your sword, taking it off the battlefield.
What?
Sword flips sideways and cuts up through his foot.
That's hacks.
Nine. Yeah, the sword. You'll be able to attack him with the sword, but it'll be at disadvantage. I actually had to make an intelligence check first. He rolled a 17. Okay.
Can't stop the sword.
What are we doing? 9?
Sorry, I keep forgetting that with the new headset, it's easier to turn the mic off by mistake. From here, I can go ahead and hit one of them, right? With Sacred Flame.
Need to see what your range is on Sacred Flame. Where?
I think I said 60.
Yes, it's 60 feet. So if you target one of them, it'll tell you how far. Yeah, like that target was only 45 feet away. You have multiple targets. There we go. Okay. And then just hit the cast button on Sacred Flame. And that's a failure. He failed his saving throw, so go ahead and hit the damage button. There we go. Put a little burn on him. And over to Darendale. Darendale, there are hobgoblins standing right next to you, but they're not looking at you whatsoever.
Darn right they're not.
There are 4 hobgoblins right there, and not a single one of them know that you're standing there.
So, Darendale, he likes to put on a good show. He's going to, let's do, so since I'm not there, can I move without provoking attacks of opportunity?
That is correct.
Okay. I want to move right beside Trodius. I am the knight.
Which square beside Trodius?
I will then thunder wave forward, like to the north.
Actually, Thunder Wave is a cube.
Oh, it's out from me? Oh.
Yeah, it goes out from you.
Okay.
So for something like that, you'd move to. It is.
Will that keep Trodius from melting? What if I move over one more to the right? Will that grab that other scout too in Thunderwave?
What size cube is it?
Hold on, let's see.
I'm going to draw it right now.
Yeah, Thunderwave is a, if I can read, 15 foot.
Cube.
Okay. Yeah, so originating on me. Put that on me. Let's see what that gets.
Okay. Yeah, but from where I have you right now, that you get 2 of them.
Okay, so move me down. Yeah.
Here, you get 3 of them.
I want a thunder wave.
Wait, is it a 3x3 square or 15 feet from
15
him?
foot cube originating.
Originating on him.
Okay.
Okay, so target those 3.
I don't think I can. Yeah, I still can't target or move for him.
Okay, I got it.
We ran this issue last time. He's marked as neutral to us.
Oh. Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
I still can't.
Okay, they're targeted.
Thank
It's also
you.
not his character. It's not his character. Just
Yeah.
by alone.
So yeah, I want to cast Thunder Wave. Skaboosh. I don't know what that means. I didn't do anything to him.
Okay.
What happens on a
let's
fail?
Success. Go ahead and roll the damage for
Or-
Thunder.
Okay, rolling the attack.
No,
damage.
The damage. That was the attack.
Gotcha.
Okay. There we go. That's the damage.
And as my bonus action, I want to summon Shadow Blade.
Exactly. Okay.
And I'm done. It won't let me pass the turn either.
Yeah. So Darendale comes rolling around the side of the pillar there, right? Eases his way into position, and this loud boom goes off just like when he first appeared, right? Sending, let's see who failed.
I don't think any of them failed. They all stood their ground.
Grunt 2 failed.
Oh.
Sending Grunt 2 flying backwards right at the feet of Strike. Actually, where's Grunt 2 at? There he is. Me a dex check. Okay. So he's right there in front of Strike. He's not on the ground, but he's...
See, Strike, you can just go smash.
And
Can't yet.
now Scout 5. Come on. There we go. And he's got Darendale targeted. And he stabs at him with a javelin. Darendale's lightly damaged. Darius isn't here. Top of the hour. Scout 1. Nice. He chucks a spear or a javelin at Darendale's side there. Scores a critical hit. Right, Darendale's heavily damaged now.
Good gravy. I think Darendale has much less hit points than he should have for his level. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Okay, Grunt 1.
Because Niddert got him beat bad.
Glass cannon.
Or he had some poor rolls on hit points.
He's been locked up for some time, being constantly tortured and drained. He's still recovering. You guys were only in that pit one day. It was not cool.
He gets a +1. He scores a critical hit.
Oh! Nice knowing you, Trace.
Stabs you in your stomach, pulls the spear out. Right. You're moderately damaged.
I need to be stabilized.
Grunt 2. He's,
Character thought process. Which one do I heal first?
Which one do you love more?
That's the problem.
Strike, go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity versus Grunt 2.
Me as well, or you want to do strike?
And then Uthal, yes. Both of you, but
All right.
Strike first.
Alright, Grunt 2.
Okay, that'll take him out of the game. Yeah, he was disoriented, ignored the two of you guys at his back, and was going straight back after Darendale. Uthal, over to you.
Uthal is going to go there. And Uthal is going to do what Uthal does best. So I just need to click on the advantage once and then just roll the dice.
That is correct. Just click the advantage button once and then roll the dice. There you go. That's a hit.
I had myself targeted.
Well, I'm pretty sure the 24 hit them too.
Okay. Which hobgoblin is that? It's not allowing me to click it. It's right there in front of me in between.
Just a second. Let me move Darendale and then rid of that. Who is that? Hobgoblin Scout 3. You should be able to click him now. I moved the sword out of the way. He was standing on the sword.
Get off my sword.
And Uthal pounds on him, dropping him.
Uthal just broke his head.
Okay, do you have a bonus action?
Not yet.
Okay. Strike. You can move your sword. It's actually covered in a cloak right now, but you can still move it around.
I'll move that over there.
As it
Actually, take that
passes
back.
by, can I rip the cloak off?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll
I
move
really
go
like
right
that.
Or, out of character thought. Should I have him make an intelligence check or be scared of the ghost that just got up from the hobgoblin he killed?
You know what? I'm going to do that. I am going to do that because you
Oh Lord.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He rolled a 0 for an intelligence check.
Ghost. And he's
Okay, I believe. Give me. Do you want to run from it or do you want to kill it?
he's going to attempt to swing on.
Okay, because it's moved. Actually, it doesn't really. Okay, I'll give you the attack of opportunity on it. Only for the comedic purposes. We're doing it for the lulz. So go ahead and give me an attack roll with your weapon. Okay, that'll hit an AC of 15. Go ahead and give me a damage roll for your weapon. And let's see. For strike. As the cloak comes flying by him, Uthal goes ahead. He's like, ah! Right? And he comes bashing down with the maul of law on it. And you hear you hear something break. All right. And then the sword is moved over here, but it's at this point still covered in the cloak, and it is still floating. You do see the about a 1.5 foot front of its blade and side has been sheared from it and is laying on the ground.
Just shake my head.
Oop, whoa. Hey, put that thing back up at strike. Okay, strike, what are we doing?
All right, I'm going to attack Scout 5, what's left of my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and target him and... Okay, and go ahead and... Okay,
Oh, what do you want me to do?
that's okay. We'll just subtract the 1 point from here. So instead of 6 points, let me give him back 1 point and see if it makes a difference. I don't think it will.
No, it's exceeded by
Nope.
2.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to move up.
Yeah, your weapon has a -1 to it right now.
You're welcome.
All right, let's see here. And I will target Jordy. And cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Tredius, over to you.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go after Grunt 1 and try to finish him off. I think I'm going to do a Green Flame Blade again.
Okay. There is nothing to leap it to, but okay.
Well, even if it fizzles out, does it still proc the fire ability?
Let me take a look here, because does it do the fire damage on the hit? No, it does not. The fire damage goes onto the second person, so you would get the proc from the second hit, not the first hit, because the first hit is just your sword with the flame on it. It doesn't
Gotcha.
do any fire damage on that first hit.
Okay, then I'm just going to cast Firebolt.
Okay, yeah, because it actually says the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and then the green flame erupts over and becomes fire damage. And that'll be a 1 and a fumble. Do I have fumble effects on that give me good ones? Because you guys have all got nothing there. But I've seen like 3 criticals and 3 fumbles, and they've just been normal. All right.
You saying
You
there's
go
not
ahead.
been enough death for your liking?
You go ahead and you bring up your sword. You cast your firebolt at it, and oh wait, green flame blade is on the sword, not the. All right. And the sword fizzles out. I mean, not the sword. The spell fizzles out. You did not damage your sword, but you cast, instead of casting green flame blade on your sword, you cast firebolt on it instead of casting it on the enemy.
Okay. So I just fired like a Firebolt into the sky.
Yeah, you're just like firebolt, and it just kind of bounces off your sword. It's just like, oh wait.
Okay.
The fumble goes along with your thought process there for a second. Okay, and we move that over to 9.
I'm going to do prayer of healing, which means I get to target multiple people and heal them at the same time.
Okay. It's got a range of 30 feet and up to 6 people.
Looks like I have to move first. Thank you. Who else needed it? I know it was those two. Was there...
Let's see. On the combat tracker here, damage
Uthal.
is on Uthal is damaged, Trodius is damaged, Darendel is damaged, and Hobgoblin Grunt number 1 is damaged.
Definitely not going to heal him.
Okay. He tried.
You may heal my wounds, but I will always be damaged.
Okay, emo.
I was going to say, that sounds like something the prince would say. So it looks like I don't have to roll for it. I just hit the plus button, right?
Let me see. Character sheet, just a moment.
Yeah, it's an automatic heal.
For healing, yeah, you just hit the plus button. And it will heal all of them. Yeah, 14 points to everybody. That will bring everybody up to fully healed, except you forgot Hobgoblin Grunt number 1. He's still damaged. Darendel. Oh.
So, well, let's just take out grunt number 1 there, since I got him cornered. We'll do advantage. I got my Shadow Blade, so I'm targeting him. I'm not, because I can't target him, but I'm gonna roll. And does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Well, does it hit for this much?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Daredevil, calm down. He's nasty with that Shadow Blade.
That's instant death.
Does his head explode?
Dark electricity just goes ahead and you slice right through the Hobgoblin. Right, and just one part of it slides to the left, one part of it slides to the right of your blade, separated when it stops. That was your attack.
Oh, that's nasty.
Do you have a movement that you want to make with him?
Do I have a movement? How many hit points am I at? Am I back up at 20?
Yeah, you're back to max.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, let's make my movement right there. I can actually do it now. Right in front of our
Do we want to try to capture and interrogate the last scout?
Oh, goodness.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's
he
my
needs to
movement
meet his
right
maker.
there.
Maybe see if they're working with the dragon cultists.
They wouldn't be tracking Daggerford if they were. They're working against their movement.
Okay.
I think it's back at the top of the hour now.
Just about. At the as the healing magic swept over Darendel, and then he almost simultaneously kills the Hobgoblin in front of him. You see him alter slightly. His stance becomes more martial with his weapon as he storms towards the last remaining Hobgoblin. Okay. And Pookha, if you'll go ahead and take a look at the front of Darendel's character sheet, you'll see there's a change on it slightly that just happened.
Oh, snap.
Okay. And now let me advance tracker. Darius is in here. Scout 1. Got nobody. And he misses Darendale. Nedrick's not here. Uthal. That cloak is still there, floating. That which you'd believe to be a ghost is still there.
He hit it. He doesn't care. He wants to go ahead and prevent this guy from.
Okay, you moved to there. Anything you're doing?
He going to take a good swing.
Okay. That would be a hit. And that would drop the last one. Okay, as Uthla goes ahead and drops the last of the hobgoblins area, I will drop out of combat. I will unlock the tokens. Actually, not that I'm really going to need them too much. Let me get you. What would you guys like to do? You have several dead bodies.
Loot them.
Standard. See what they got.
Yep.
And
Move their
then
bodies. Hide them in the bushes.
I know Uthel's going to try finding something he can. He's going to stack them together and just light them on.
No. We don't want them to know where they're at. A huge burning pyre would do that.
Maybe you should communicate that to Uthal.
That's why I just said it.
Pardon me
Fine.
for a moment.
He's just going to just throw the corpses down on the ground. Like ragdolls.
Oh, poor Uthal.
Okay, let me go ahead and pop some treasure into the party sheet for you guys to have fun.
Darendale, are you okay? You've been acting really weird during this fight. This isn't normal you.
I'm perfectly okay. What is not normally me? Going ahead and succeeding? Well, normally I don't get hurt, so I guess you're right in that aspect.
Yes, you scared me.
I take personal offense to this dialogue.
She starts to check his head for damage and make sure he's okay.
Oh, there's a half plate in there.
In his head?
Yes, in his head. There's half plate in his head.
There's also splint mail in there too.
Okay. The treasure you find isn't just from the hobgoblins. In this little, you notice there's some rooms in this area they were looking through when you chanced upon them, and some of this stuff is from just like a small chest, a coffer over here, right? Stuff that they've gathered from this little rune area. Okay, there we go. That looks like everything. Wasn't much money, but there's a lot of stuff. This thing.
What do the unidentified items look like?
Okay, let's see.
And while we're getting ready to do that, while everything is together, I would want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Let me see which one's the unidentified, because it doesn't say unidentified on my part.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Which is it? What's the first one?
The bottom two in the list.
1 in 4 quantities.
Hmm.
Descriptions are totally blank.
That's weird. I don't.
It's just a black squishy mass to us.
Okay, tell you what. Somebody, go ahead and drag one of them off onto their inventory sheet. Let me see if it shows up on your inventory. 'Cause I don't
will claim one.
Okay, Ufol, unidentified item.
That work.
Inventory, where?
I can't take Darren's stuff.
There it is.
Fine.
Ah, okay, I see. Okay. Okay, Darren, or not Uthal, that item there is a, it's robes. They're neither masculine nor feminine, but they glow, a silvery, foggy type glow, like moonlit fog.
I like robes.
Okay, and who took the other?
There's
Anybody?
4 identified. I'll pull one over.
Ninner collects robes.
Nidrick's not here.
Remember the guy on the wagon? He loves robes.
He was quite content to chill there at the wagon.
I mean, when y'all go away on vacation, like, don't you think it'd be nice to bring him back a present? Like, we brought this for you, Derek. He'd be like, yeah. Thanks, guys. No? None of that? Okay.
Hey, Uthal, can I get my hands on that robe?
Sorry about that. I forgot I was muted. I'm on voice activation for now because I gotta get ready. I can still role play for right now. He's gonna say, "Fuck you," but no, he's not. There's still the other items unidentified. I just grabbed that just to get it identified.
Yeah, you can always pop it back into party treasure. The other identified item, Drake, go ahead and give me an appraisal check. It's a sapphire. It is magical. And it's probably, I mean, as a sapphire, it's only 100 gold piece sapphire.
I know exactly how much it's worth because of my new feat.
Yep, but it's magical.
Okay.
and you're not quite sure what kind of magic it contains just yet.
It's worth about 350.
I'll give you 350 for it.
Well, we should identify it before we figure out who's doing what.
Okay. Dalamar doesn't. He declines any of the treasure here. He'll
Who?
help you carry. Not Dalamar. I keep saying Dalamar.
I did it. You did it again.
Darendale.
I feel like Darendale would want to bring back something for Nidderk. His
Right.
sworn squire.
Yeah.
Those are the
Darendale.
last 3 items.
Oh, there were 4 items.
There were 4
Yes.
items together.
We got potions.
Oh well, wait. Yeah, just a second.
We got
There was a single and then a group of 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the group of 4 is going to be all the same thing. Just a moment.
Yeah, I just grabbed them and all that.
Yeah, I'll just identify them. Here we go.
But Uthul would definitely take the robe because it's glowing.
Yeah.
Right.
All 4 of those sapphires are they're 100 gold piece sapphires, and all 4 of them are magical.
Can you take those off my character sheet and give them to whoever had grab the first one?
That's right. Give me the shinies.
Yeah, I got the robe. He's got the robe.
I like gems.
Give me that shiny shit.
Actually, it looks like I'm going to take them and put them back in the party sheet.
If no one else wants it, I think I'm going to take that heavy repeating crossbow.
I think my character's too stupid to use that. I think he'd end up shooting himself in the foot or somebody else in the foot on accident.
Were any of the other items magical, Jojo?
Double checking. I don't see any. No, they all look like they're normal. It's probably why those are the only ones that were unidentified.
All right. If no one has objections, I would like the splint mail.
No objections. Is anyone going to grab any of the rest of the potions?
Oh, we
I
got
was planning
full
on grabbing
plate?
one of them.
Yeah, there's full plate, splint, and half plate.
Yeah. I grabbed what I was going to grab for my character.
Guess I will take the plate.
Okay, I got everything I wanted.
Anyone else for potions?
I grabbed the one I want. I grabbed one. I'm fine with that.
Okay, I'll grab the rest.
I'll take the cloth.
Okay. As you open the cloth to see what this is, it's a little hand sketched drawing of looks like some kind of castle. Right. The emblem on it, pointing for the compass direction of north, is a spear with dragon wings. Right, and it looks like it's just a hand drawn layout for the castle.
Yeah, I think they definitely came from Dragon Spear.
Yeah, I gotta leave here in less than 5. Uthul would ask either Darendal or the old lady to take a look at the cloak.
Okay.
Like what it does and all that.
Darendale looks at it and says he has no idea. And the 80. She said, other than it being of a moon elf design years ago, totally out of place in this time. I don't know. I can tell you whoever wore it was probably female. Looking at the cuts on it and everything. But as to what it does, other than look very, very nice, I can tell you that it's moon elf design.
It look like
Being
it would
told-
fit Nidrick's
Being
figure.
told it was female, he would give it to 9.
Okay, and what were you saying, Puka?
You think it would fit Nidrick's long, slender figure?
It would be a bit long on him, but yeah. But yes,
Thank
it would.
you.
As he hands it to 9.
All right. Yeah. Message me if anything that you need information on. In Discord, I'll try getting back with you. I need to head out now.
No problem. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, we'll have Uthal stay with the wagon and the elderly lady for now. Okay, I'm going to leave these items in the... Actually, do you want to keep these items, or you want me to go ahead and convert cash, and then you guys can divide up the cash when you get to Waterdeep?
So we converted the cash.
Okay. Nobody needs any of this stuff. Going once, twice, transferred into cash. Okay. I'm going to keep the cash sitting over here until you get to Waterdeep, because that's where you would actually be able to sell the items. Until then, the items are in your wagon. So don't lose your wagon. You get to Waterdeep, but you lose all this cash. Nidurk, have a problem with cash.
Do what now?
Yep, it's your gold. Oh, I was looking at the party sheet, and I noticed it said Nirik had 380 coins called the letter D. And I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. It's supposed to be 380 gold coins. That.
Don't be telling everybody what I'm worth. That's my secret.
That's crypto gold.
Yeah. Those are my Doge coins. I've been mining.
Okay, let me get the map back. Okay. You make it to the small town of Albrook, and it is just a small little river town a few days outside of Daggersford. There is a bridge that goes across. They take you through that path. The town is strangely empty, and it looks like it has been, not strangely empty. The town is empty because there are the dead people in the town, a couple of dead hobgoblins in the town. It looks like this town was ransacked also. While you're in this town, I have everybody give me perception checks. Actually, I'm sorry, investigation checks with advantage.
I can do investigation.
So only if we have investigation.
No, yeah, everybody gets it. And just click the little ADV button on the bottom left-hand side of the table before you roll. Okay. Amongst the dead people of the town, right, the humans, you each have gone ahead and found a bodies, right, that have emblems of the cult of the dragon, right, on what they're wearing. Right, these, from the knowledge that you have, these are all followers of White Dragon, white branch of the cult. In searching them, you don't find it's as though the bodies here have already been searched and ransacked by the hobgoblins that wiped out the place. So you don't find anything of note on them other than their emblems.
Hey.
And now, let's see, all four of you, go ahead and give me a charisma check from all four.
Like a check or a save?
Check.
Wait, am I out? I'm not investigating these things, right?
No, you're not. I'm letting you roll.
Okay.
Your roll's just there for NPC,
Okay.
things like that. You're just there.
Just making me feel better.
Okay. Let's see, Thoden. Trodia.
That was a bad roll for me.
Okay, well, everybody except for Nidek. Right, the uniforms, the outfits that the bodies are undamaged.
I think we lost you, Jojo.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay. I was saying that the uniforms that the cultists, the dead cultists, are wearing are undamaged.
So it appears they dropped dead from nothing?
They drop dead probably from some kind of spell, but nothing that stabbed them. Or one of them does have a crushed-in skull, but other than that, no, there's no marks of damage on them, but their uniforms are still usable.
Oh. I would like to find one that has the same size clothing as mine and take his clothes.
You only found the one, and I'm letting you know that your one is undamaged. So,
Oh. Okay, I take his uniform.
Yeah, of the 4 bodies, 3 of the uniforms are undamaged. All right, so if you want to relay that, and then you guys would have 3 white cultist dragon uniforms that you could use.
I relay the information back to everyone. Hey,
And you have a tailor in your wagon train somewhere.
there's uniforms over here we can use.
I think that mine will fit your.
I think mine will fit me. I just have a feeling.
Anybody going to find a hobbit-sized one?
Mine is too big.
Dragon cult don't like hobbits.
Oh,
They're racist.
They're not recruiting kids yet.
oh my goodness! You said yet though, so there's a chance.
So yes, I will take the dragon cultist armor. Uniform.
Uniform, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you'll have 3. Put those in party treasure.
What color are they? Because they can't clash.
White, I would believe. For a white dragon.
With your skin tone, nothing clashes.
Blue.
You're breaking up. Get a new mic.
I was saying nothing clashes with blue.
Oh, you changed it already. I dragged mine out and then you changed it.
Oh, okay. Ah.
We can leave it like that. I'll take that.
Okay, there they are. Nine, were you going to take the other set?
Yes, sorry.
Y'all really not gonna get a set for me, so Taylor can adjust it.
They're not a set for you.
There is
Oh,
there is another set, but it's damaged. You'd have to go ahead if you want to take the other set. You'd have to find a way to have it repaired. You do have
hey Taylor.
You'd have a tailor and a seamstress who travels with the wagon, but you'd have to trust them enough to give that, because it's a cultist. It's a cultist uniform for the dragon cult.
And again, you're dead, so why?
But not really.
What justification would we just randomly walk up and be like, "Hey, here's our super secret uniforms.
Oh my
we
gosh.
trust you, but if we need you to make one extra small one."
We will take it with us. You know, maybe if somebody knew the cantrip mending, they could fix it.
Yeah, 9.
Why would I need that?
Okay, there you go. The last one is in the party sheet there. Niddick, do you want to take that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And you cross the river. No encounters as you're coming back around doing a loop around Daggersford. All right. Over the last few days, you've seen more black smoke coming from Daggersford. And on this side of the road, or this side of the river, there's then another trade road that travels between, I believe it's Succumber. Yeah, there's a trade road there that travels between Succumber to the east and coming into Daggersford. You see lots of people on the road coming from Succumber towards Daggersford, but then again, you also see lots of people on the road traveling from Daggersford towards Succumber. And everybody you pass tells you that Daggersford is under attack, or they tell you that Succumber is under attack. A lot of the refugees don't know what to do, and your wagon train swells from just being your 12 wagons to your 12 wagons, and over the next week or so until you can hook up back up with the trade road or when you hook up with the trade road to the north, you're going to have about 200 refugees from both of these cities or both of these small towns with your wagon train. Your wagon train just got really huge. There won't be any more encounters. I'm going to take you to about 2 days north of Daggersford. Okay. I know we still have about another 15 minutes to go, but if you don't mind, I'd like to go ahead and stop the stream here and kind of stop the game here.
All right. Indeed.
I kind of only planned